Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another live stream. Anyways, so last time I was actually doing this pattern for although it's a tie pattern, but it's something that I want to use on. Excuse me. Yeah, it's something that I want to use on the shirt, so just gonna apply this on the shirt texture. I think it's hidden. Okay. Anyways, funny story. I was thinking of getting a webcam, but you know when I told my parents about it, that I want to get a webcam, and my mother was like, what's wrong with your laptop camera? And it was just a dumb moment, where I completely forgot that my my laptop has a camera on it. So yeah, anyways, and that's pretty much why I'm using this. The reason that I actually forgot that my laptop has it is the fact that I usually put a tape on it, this tape. So I completely forgot that there's a camera where I place the tape, and so when they told me that, when they asked me what was wrong with it, I just felt so dumb, that I actually forgot about it. Okay, these patterns are definitely gonna need to be smaller than this. Maybe 200. Yeah, that seems okay. I think this is a good pattern for a shirt. It's okay. Now I just need to add some colors to this. Okay, mix RG. Oh shit. Okay, wait. The thing is, whenever I switch from float to color, it disconnects us, and I didn't want that. So I think this should be the factor. And okay, interesting. Just gonna delete the plane. I don't need it anymore. And okay, I'm just gonna check based off the reference that of the old man, what color was his shirt actually. I think his tie was red, and yeah, he had a red tie, and you know a blue shirt with stripes, although I didn't create blue stripes. But let's just see how this would go. Blue shirt with stripes, or rather, let's make this blue and this a different color. Maybe blue and black. No, I think I'm gonna stick with it being red. I mean, gray instead of a black value. I think this is what, a light blue. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I think this confuses me because in the old blenders, I don't think the mix RGB had a clamp result and factor. Okay. I do see a slight difference. Let's see. Wait. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I do. Yeah, there is a slight difference. You can see that there are lighter values going down here, like and then when I clamp it, it just maintains this as a single value, I guess. Wonder which one is a better value. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Actually, it's a lot more interesting when it's like this than it just being a single value. Okay. Yeah, that seems like an interesting shirt. I know I'm diverting from the reference. Although the base colors are definitely going to be the same, but what's going to change is the patterns that these fabrics will have. I think I want a different type of fabric for this, I guess. Although right now this is okay, but it's also missing the fabric look to it, I think. That's what I actually need to add to this. I think what I'm gonna do is, let's see, I actually want to see what kind of fabrics these shirts have. This one does not have a interesting. Okay, some shirts they're just like this, but while other shirts they have a, what's this, a pattern on it, a fabric pattern on it. Just gonna do some research and check some shirts. Oh man, definitely. I want to zoom in that. Yeah, that one does not allow me to zoom in. Prada. Oh my god. Yeah, it's some expensive shit. let's see this one. I think this one goes along, something similar to this, the one that I created. I mean, I want to see the picture itself. Okay, that's seems like it's I can't zoom in. It's redirecting me somewhere else. Okay, wait, this is the factory. Okay, oh, there it is. Yeah, no, this one doesn't I don't understand this type of fabric. Do I just leave it the way it is, or or do I create some kind of texture for it to look like a fabric? This looks like one shirt. It's like looks like one shirt that was almost like how can I say this? It was it's almost like they created one shirt, just a plain white shirt, and with stripes, and and then they brought it to Photoshop and then just changed the colors of these stripes. I guess maybe something like that. That's what I get when I see this picture. Because they're all the same. Anyways, let me not divert from what I want. I don't understand what this material, how to represent that material. I think I should leave it as the way it is without adding small textures to it. All right, let's create okay, color ramp maybe. Now I want to add the roughness, and the roughness, it's one thing that always confuses me whenever I'm creating it. I know that the black values is where it shines, and like that. So maybe reduce this value. This is how I always do the roughness. Okay, I think I'm gonna flip these two. Wait, let's see. I think that clamp did not remove that these markings completely. It's still there. That you know these X marks that are visible here, but it's a lot more better than what I had before, I guess. Just gonna add a bump. No, I don't think that type of shirt has any bump to it. It's mostly just what's this, roughness and base colors, I guess, or patterns. Yeah, it's definitely gonna look weird if it has a bump to it. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna add, maybe maybe add a little bit, reduce it. I mean, like, if I'm gonna reduce it, then it's definitely gonna be like really low value. um Ooh, okay, this is starting to become slow. Hmm. Okay, math node. Yeah, I forgot that. So this value, just gonna make that 1, then this will come here. Multiply by that, by a low value, I guess. Oh, that's still too much. This thing was running just fine. You know, sometimes I don't understand why it runs so slow. Hmm. uh, just remove that. Yeah, I think you know, some of these, especially these type of shirts, they don't have what do you call this? Actually, it does have a texture. This one, you can tell that it does have a texture there. I'm not gonna be able to see it on this one, but this one you can tell that there's a texture there. Then, you know, I think it's a cotton. There's cotton material maybe. So if that's cotton, then what material is this one? The other ones. What material is this one? Hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna check here, and there's a little bit uh of cotton, but mostly I think it's polyester. Fabric. Definitely there's a excuse me. You can tell from this one that I think that one is mostly just polyester. Okay, let me just say polyester fabric. No, it's still the same actually. It still has a certain pattern to it, I guess. Quick view. Hmm. It's there, but it's very faint. So I'm just gonna actually try and add it, and also make it so that it's, you know, very faint. Not as, you know, as intense as that other. Oh shit! You know, there's a shortcut to open a tab that you just closed. It's Control Shift T. Um, if you close it, that I didn't know that until I read very, you know, this article about very useful shortcuts to use on Google. Okay, this is definitely not going to be the bump for this. I'm gonna create that honestly, I think I'm gonna close some of these, maybe close Discord, because right now this is running very slow. What else is causing this to run slow? Mostly these what is that? OBS, Blender, and Google are the ones that are running right now. The rest are pretty much not doing anything. So this should not be slow. I don't understand why it's slow. Close that. We close the picture. Alright. Yeah, I don't understand why. When I zoom in, you know, on Friday when I did this, I actually changed the threshold so that the thread, so that it runs very quickly. But now here I am back to square one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna close this and open it again, because that's what I did last time actually. I just closed it and opened it, and it worked like a charm for the rest of the stream, so that's what I'm gonna do. There it is. See, this is how it should respond. Very fast respond. Okay, I don't know why that time it was very slow. Anyways, just gonna get no, I think this is too much. This is what, 8% polyester and 20% cotton. Okay, I'm actually gonna take this pattern and try and create this pattern. Oh my god. But it's hard to see the pattern exactly. It looks like, you know, lines yeah, no, it's I don't know how to see this pattern. But what I see is that, you know, there are lines here, and then there's this fabric. So how do I create that fabric pattern? I think that's the part where, you know, it's gonna be challenging. I should not have closed that plane. Okay, I'm just gonna hide this. And bring that material. I usually, you know, just start with object you know, coordinates. You know, it's easier to understand, I guess. But you know, it's also the standard, I guess. Most people just use that rather than not what I want. In this here, I think multiply, was it? Yeah, here we used multiply instead of oh, that's because we placed multiply right after the, what do you call this, the vector math. Okay, let's see, maybe I can also use multiply here. And then have these, you know, one value, I guess, for these two. I don't even know that you know, I'm going the right direction, but let's just see. Then I can use these, add these two, and combine this here. Yeah, no, that did not give me the result I was hoping. No, what I'm actually gonna do is remove that. Then bring this here, maybe. Combine these. I feel like I did this before, but you know, I just forgot the process of doing this properly. Oh, there's these lines over here, right? So, which means I'm definitely going to need what is this? A ping going like that, but that is not proper. Okay, that's, I don't understand why this is not straight, because this, you know, the result here is straight, so why is it that once it comes here it's no longer straight? Is it because of the y value? Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna make this 28. Yeah, it looks like the y value was affecting it. I thought, you know, by having this it would just maintain the same y value, but it seems like it's not. It's tilting it to the side. Why is it that, why is it doing that? Where's that image? So this is actually for the, for these small parts, right? But then I also need another line on top of this, which I will take the ping and what is that, the x-axis, multiply that by the same value here, and then adding that to this. Subtracting, no. It's not on the same value, and it seems like this is actually a lot compared to this one. I wanted something like this. Actually, no, not something like that. Like this. Maybe I'm making it complicated unnecessarily. But you know, these black lines should go here, and they should actually be a little bit smaller than this. And yeah. think I'm going to take this value and I will divide it. Almost there. Divided by 4. No, that's 0.5. I think 3 was almost, the nearest, I guess. Just gonna take this and use an add. Actually, it should be right over here, I think. Let's see. I want to see what exactly it's doing. It's actually not doing what I was hoping it would do. It's no, it should be here. The add should be here. I want it moving. Yeah, it should only just move it, 0.5. I'm just gonna do some guesswork and right there. I know, I'm sure there's a mathematical way of doing this, but yeah, this is the option that I have actually. So I'm gonna make this 2, and I think these two values also affect it in some way. Or maybe instead of having this line, I should actually just leave it like this, but just make this a lot more smaller, like 0.5. Okay, this one increases the numbers here. Hmm. Excuse me. I think here I should actually add to the power of I want it strong. Should it instead it made it thicker. uh Interesting. That does not. Yeah, you know what? I think this does the job. Although I want to increase the length of this. Maybe placing a multiplier here might just you know, the thickness of this actually the problem with, you know, using this and doing this like this without, you know, guessing the location of this without doing this mathematically is that you know, once I shift this, then this remains there, and that's the problem. You always want to have this so that, you know, when you change a value, it changes the entire thing as a whole. So how can I do that? So this value minus I think, you know, if I look at this in this view, I think I will have a clear understanding of what it is that I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to move this to the side, right? And let's move it to 0.5. No, 0.6 was actually okay. Okay. Yeah, I think 0.6 is okay. just gonna, so I'm trying to move this by 0.6, and this negative something should give me 0.6. So which in this case I think just gonna bring actually no, I think my laptop has computer calculator. I'm not good at maths, but we'll try and get it. You know, so it's one. We know 1 negative 6 gives me 0. Okay, wait, wrong. 1 negative 0.6 gives me 0.4. So that we understand, but once we change this value, it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be something different, I guess. And having this as a negative, so if I used a subtract, subtracting the 0.4 from this, I don't think I'm gonna get a good value every time. So what I want is that whatever I times this times that, this times this value gives me, you know, it always gives me the constant of 0.6, 0.6. So one times something gives me 0.6. Oh man. And that means we need to find x. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if I actually remember my math. So 1 times x equals 0.6, right? And so which, okay, now I feel like an idiot, which means this side, it should just be x actually. And you would have to divide that, and you still get you know, oh man. It's been a long time since I've done math, so so I would have to, I don't know, times by 0.6 maybe. So whenever I, oh okay, no, still doesn't give me that value. Let's make it, okay, instead of making it make it 2 times 0.6, dividing this by 0.6, so 0.6 divided by 2 would give me 0.3, but that would change every time, right? So it was if this value was 3, and I would say 0.6 divided by 3, you know, it's changing every time. Oh my god. Yeah, honestly, I will find a solution for this. I know, you know, there's a method, I think yeah, no, I completely forgot how, you know, how to do this. Like I said, I'm not good with math, so I think I have to use like to the power of maybe exponent. Uh, yeah, no. Yeah, it's been a long time. Anyways, yeah, well, for now I'm just gonna leave it as 0.6, and no. Oh my god. You know what? I have Google. Why am I stressing myself? I think what is it? Multiplying a constant. I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm not gonna be able to figure that out. I don't wanna lie. I should actually continue with this, and you know, hoping that it would be fine for now. I'll find a solution for that. Just forgot how you do that actually. Hmm. It was 3. Okay, no, like that, and then I can add this to this. Hopefully this works. I don't know if it's going to work, but this number is actually quite small. This has to be large. That's a problem, you know. Now I have to increase this value, and you know what, I'm actually gonna try and find this. Hmm, which, since the term 2x constant contains the variable x, it's not a constant term. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I know a constant is a fixed value. I don't want to watch these videos, you know. It's not okay. We're gonna do this until we get it right. So the value here, you know, it comes like this, but whatever that is, right, times whatever this should always give me the, you know, 0.6. So whatever it is that I times should always come back to the value of 0.6. That's what I'm, you know, trying to create. Hmm, okay, let's subtract 1. It should be, you know, something like can I say this? Hmm. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna move on. If I can't find this within the next 20 minutes, I'm just gonna move on and, you know, do the other parts. There's still the pants. You know, there's still so much that I need to do. Excuse me. Okay, that's definitely not gonna give me any value. this times this. Trying to understand, the thing is, here I feel like it changes a lot. Just gonna bring some of my notes. I've been playing this chess game, and honestly, I've been struggling to get the result that that I want all the time. Actually, no, I don't need this. I can just open an old Blender file, I guess. Um, and see what it is that I did. This, you know what? I'll come back to this. I just need to finish the shirt. Actually, I'll come back to this part. Just gonna hide that. Hmm. What this needs also is what do you call this? I need to add seams to this. So I'm just gonna add some seams. Wait. Oh, okay. Trying to select here, but it wasn't allowing me, so I was having a hard time understanding what exactly is going on. Actually, this needs to change. Since I have more than one UV for this, I need to change this to UV maps, and I'll use that one. Same here. I don't know about you, but every time whenever I work on something, right, and I'm having a hard time solving the problem, it's very hard for me, to just let it be and move on to the next problem. My mind always, I always find myself wanting to go back to that solving that problem over and over again. It's the reason why whenever I'm playing like I said, I was playing chess, right, and I'm struggling with solving this problem, but I always find myself going back to it, hoping that I might get a different result. But every time, I've noticed right now that I'm doing the same moves, and I can't really solve the problem. Math. Excuse me. And I want absolute, actually, no, absolute. Is it Y or is it Yeah, no, it's the x-axis. Yeah, I think it's that. Okay, let's just go to the PV editor. Let's see what it is actually. It's placed on the x-axis. I think. This needs to go all the way up here. These are actually not on the right positions. They look like they're not in the right. Well, one of this is actually not in the right position. I think I'm just gonna move these and try. It's definitely not this one. Okay, that's weird. Nothing is moving. That's because I'm moving the wrong one. Okay, let's see here. When I move this right, the higher I go, the more it should be should show me a black white value. I guess it should change from black to white actually. Which one did I select? Scene 1. Yeah, I was on the right one actually. So why am I not seeing any changes? Okay, that is weird. Wait, which one is the Y value? Just want to see. Yeah, going up is the Y value. So when I move this, it should be moving everything else. Okay, I think I wait, no, actually I thought it was because maybe I was in a different mode, but that's not the case. Okay, honestly I don't understand why it's doing this. Actually I'm just gonna add multiply here. To the power of ooh, I yeah, this is bad. Hmm, huh, wrong one. It's showing this, but it's not, it's not how it's supposed to be. That means the way I actually did this was wrong. What I'm going to do actually is okay, image texture, grid, Control Shift, Control T. That's interesting. Huh. I don't understand why it's not showing the UVs. I'm missing something here. Okay, so UV to this, and then it should show the grid. So why is it not showing the grid? This means that it's, there's no texture, but how can there not be any texture here or any image? interesting. Okay, you know what, I'm just gonna do this all over again. Make that color grid and do that. I think that's because, you know, the other one was from an old file, previous file maybe, so that's why it was doing that. This is okay, so it doesn't explain why this is not showing anything. Okay, interesting. Is it because okay, wait. No, it makes sense. I think I was pressing the wrong value. Yeah. I was using the wrong axis. Kept on using the x-axis actually. Well, I was actually supposed to be using the y-axis for this. I think I'm gonna actually change this to the power off. Multiply. I want these, you know, you can tell that, you know, there's a difference here between this white value and this white value, so maybe I'm gonna clamp this. Yeah, like that. You know, instead of doing it the way I was trying to do it, just clamp it. We turn this to 150. But clamp is supposed to only make it you know, value between 1 and 0, isn't it? All right. Basically that's what I wanted, and then I'm also gonna add a ping over here. On the x-axis. Oh, actually that's wrong. On the y value it's giving me this, right? And once I add a ping on the x value, let's actually try and understand. On the y value it's going like this, right? And once I add a ping on the x value, it will then start you know, cutting these off. It'll start cutting these off and create seams. That's basically what I'm trying to do here. Actually should remove this one here. And then bring this here. Remove the clamp. And then put multiply. The multiply maybe should be here. I think, yeah, there it is. So it's doing that. And okay, definitely not how I wanted. And it's also creating problems here. Excuse me. This way it's correct, but problem comes here. I think I don't remember if I was supposed to multiply these two or do I subtract? Add. No, I think let's see. I'm trying to remember how I actually do this, how this is actually done. You know what, if I don't get the result, I do know that I did it in one of the old videos. So I mean, one of my old yeah, I'm just gonna open one of those files. Plus I do need the method that I used for to create what do you call this, method that I used to create a gene pattern. Actually, where's that procedural? Actually, I do have certain you know, fabrics and patterns, and I do have you know, just in case I forget stitches. Actually, that's what I need. I actually want this one. Yeah, I used scale, and then I pinged that. Separated these two. Actually, but this is not the one that I want. This one. And then separated combined, and then separated that, and used I did feel that though, you know, the way I was doing it, there was something wrong with it. I need this. Then I'm gonna need the ping. Then I'm gonna use separate this again, and use both. Using the X and the Y. It's such a, you know, a simple technique, but you know, this part always confuses me. You know, from here always confuses me, I guess. And I'm just gonna delete one of these, and I use the smooth minimum for this actually. And I need a multiply here as well. I can remove this and use vector math. It's a lot more effective, I guess. Scale. And it's not doing that. This is supposed to be here actually. This ping is supposed to be on the x actually, and then absolute. The best way to see what's, you know what, I'm gonna bring back this, because now I'm confusing myself big time. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try, you know, use this, and yeah, from this, then, you know, I'll use whatever it is. So I have these two, right? And I can leave this like this. So when I combine these two, okay, so this needs to come to the middle. So I'm gonna copy this, then move it by negative 0.5. This one as well. Yeah, confusion. uh Still not what I want. There it is. Although it's not how I wanted, actually, this 1.5. But it's doing that, you know, those, I don't like the way it's showing it. It's doing it, but the problem is the result. I don't like the result, the way it's, see, with greater than, and see, this is what it's doing. It's not supposed to be doing this. Actually, it's supposed to be creating a box. Did I miss something? Ooh, the subtract. Pretty much is the same thing. You know, the scale, and then this, the pane. I don't know why that pane is being viewed as that value. When you look at it here, right? Actually, if I take this and shift it there, right? It's supposed to give me something like this, where I can use this to you know, manipulate this value, you know, like that, and make this a cube. And that's because I'm using multiply. Right. Still not how it should be. Yeah, there it is. And then this, I can also make this 0.1 and change that to 0.4. This as well. I think it's because of this, you know, I was using multiply instead of I don't want to use subtract. I want this being positive. I want to use excuse me. Then 0.1. So the idea of moving this to negative 0.1 so that you know that actually negative point I think maybe so that we can move this value to be here, this black and white value to be here, because on the UV map this value is actually let's just see it here. You can see it's here, so you just shifting that black value to the middle and the bottom black value to the middle as well. You know, it just helps create this. Looks like subtract is actually the I still don't like the max. I don't like the way it's showing this as okay. This is not going the way I want this to be. Actually, it's, you know, it's doing the opposite of what I want, because I want this, you know, to work on it's making them stars instead of cubes, I guess. Get a one. up to this point it makes sense. Let's see here. That value, 0.1. I'm actually gonna take a break right now, and I'll be back real quick. Right. Hmm. Excuse me. Hmm. Right. So trying to understand why this is not the way that it's supposed to be actually. There it is. I don't know what. I think it's because of this, the way that I place these. There it is. It was the way that I placed these actually. That was the problem. Although these are supposed to be negative. Supposed to give me a white value. Let's see. Negative. 0.5. That's because that's a yeah, it's just 'I don't think it matters, which way I do this, but I don't like that this is not giving me the uh negative 0.5. Then it gives me this, right? And the problem comes here when I want this to be a subtracted node. I'm actually going to change this to positive. Let's see what it'll give me. Okay, yeah, this is doing exactly what it should be doing. And then, you know, this, by controlling the distance, you just control that. So and so when you mix it with this, right, when you add this to the equation, it's supposed to give you that then when you this should be constant actually, and then I can mess with this. Right, now let's see it on the shirt. And with the shirt, it's not how we want it. So actually I'm gonna use the seam. Guess we don't need this anymore actually, I think. Sometimes, you know, you feel you don't need something, but then you find yourself reusing it, I guess. Actually using the wrong stitches. I need this one, and I'm gonna make them smaller. But then, you know, change the width of this, and so is this one. I don't know if these are actually you know, right on the seams. I want them right on the seams. It looks like they're not actually. So just gonna actually increase this. Oh, it's actually moving towards that direction. Although it's not. I guess it's a little bit better. Some of these areas, you know, it's just about pushing these into where they should be. You know, just moving the. I think I'm gonna use a value node for this because that high value is insane. So math timesing, I'm gonna times it by 20. Maybe by 40. It's, you know, the thing is about this, it's not gonna make that much difference, but you know, just I just prefer it being there so that, you know, I can visually see the seams. And I think the inside is not that important. I just wanna at least place them on the right spot on the, you know, from the outside. This one as well. It's this one. All right. And by taking this, you know, combining it with this, mm, maybe multiplying. Okay, interesting. I can't see, I can't see the result here. Okay, there it is. Uh, Supposed to be this along with this, right? Hmm, okay. Because I'm trying to add this to this, right? Like that. Hmm, okay. No, no, it's not. It's not giving me that result that I want, actually. I wonder if, why does this not have like, how can I say this? Like a mix. We know that this is for the color, right? But why does this not have areas where you can change this vector? For the color you have these all of these, and then for float it's always on mix. So um just wondering why it doesn't have like options like multiply and stuff like that. I'm just gonna use a math node, maybe. Hopefully that might give me a better result. Adding, subtracting. Guess this doesn't work. Excuse me. Adding this to this, I think using this as an overlay might actually be better. No, it's not doing. Oh, okay. That's because of that. Yeah, it's actually a lot more better than the other choice, I guess. It's showing that it's definitely there. It's just that I can't see it that much. There it is. Wait, switching that multiplier changes everything. Actually adding this as an overlay changes everything. And also switching this from negative to positive, you know, just gives you different values. Okay, I'm gonna try add. Does not work. Multiply. Doesn't give me a good result. I'm guessing that these are also definitely not gonna give me any. Oh, never mind. Actually, there's something. Seems like darkening worked. I thought it was not gonna work, but because since multiply is doing this darkening, I figured it was not gonna work as well. But there it is. Yeah, that's okay. Then I'm just gonna take this and put this as a factor here, maybe. Although, you know, I don't like the fact that it's giving it this red tone to it. Why is it giving it a red value? Okay, it's probably because of the okay, wait. I don't understand why it's causing this to be red. So maybe leaving that as a black value is a lot more better actually. But then, you know, now you can't see the seams as much. Maybe I can increase decrease this so that they are at least, you know, visible. Okay, now I can actually use the same detail, but on the other, what do you call this, UV map. Because we want seams here on the sides and also here. And I'll bring this here. All right. I'm just gonna put them right here, so that it doesn't have to be accurate, but at least let it be close to where you see the seams of your object. Oh, it's raining. Oh man, here it barely rains, so whenever it rains it's like oh man, it's like you know like almost like a, not a miracle, but it's so rare, that people are actually happy for the rain. Um Back in South Africa, no one, most people hated the rain because it would destroy so many things. So yeah, it's like, yeah, it's not that it doesn't do any damage. When you like, let's say in parking. Oh shit, now I understand why I'm getting this bruise here. Shit. I was wondering why I was getting a bruise on my hand. And it's not on the other hand as well, it's only on one hand, so it's trying to figure out what's causing it. But now I actually know it's the friction here. Every time I move my hand here on this mat, it's actually causing damage to my hand. I don't know if you can see it right over here. So for quite some time I actually, I saw it, but I couldn't understand what's causing it. But now I can actually see, and yeah, it's done. It has done so much damage now. I wasn't aware what I thought it was, maybe doing some push-ups, but then it's not on the other hand. So I was like, nah, if it was push-ups, it was supposed to be on both hands. Yeah, but now finally know why, what's causing it. That's why I'm wearing this drawing thing, glove. All right, let's just see how this goes. Yeah, at this point, I think I've done everything that I can with the shirt. I still do wanna, solve this, but maybe another time, until I figure out how, to maintain this value. Something times something, is supposed to give me that value always. So maybe it could be like mm, it has to be a constant value. That's what I know. This one is actually a changing value, but this needs to be a constant value where this times this gives me that. So and this is going to change all the time. So and this is why I don't want to delete the plane. What the? Huh? Wait, why is this one object? I think it was. How do you remove something? Okay, I'm just gonna delete it like this. I forgot how you actually ungroup something. I think it's grouped, so oh, it made it a one object. Okay, no, I know why. It's because I added it while I was in edit mode. So all right, so I'm just gonna try this again. Where's that calculator? So if I use like a value like 2, right, times 0.3, should give me 0.6, right? But once it's 3, right, times 0.3, it's gonna give me a different value. So let's see. Okay, I'm actually gonna write this down. I'm actually gonna start with 1. First one is 1, right? 1 times 0.3 should give me this, right? Should give me 0.6. No, 1 times 0.6 should give me will definitely give me 0.6. So and then 2 times 0.6 gives me what gives me let's see, times 0.6 gives me 1.2. so 1.2. okay, let's just do it with the third one first. 3 times 0.6 equals 1.8. So I want to see the difference between these two, right? I'm gonna take 1.2 minus 0. That 0.6, right? 8.1 minus 0.6, that gives me this amount. So how can I say this? It's giving me this amount. So and I'm gonna say this minus that gives me 0.6. okay, Mm, I'm trying to, okay, let's actually go further. 4 times 0.6 equals 2.4. 0.4, which minus 1.8, same amount. I think I'm making it complicated. um, but what I can do is, if I want this value to remain 0.6 of this, I guess, I don't know if that makes sense, because this one is the one that I'm changing, right? And I'm getting a different result every time. So I'm gonna say subtract this from this. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay, that yeah, that was a disaster attempt, I guess. One thing I know is that this where is it? Actually, let me remove this. In this case, this is the x maybe, because it's changing, right? And this is not changing, so and if this is changing every time, right, I want the answer to remain as 0.6 all the time. So wait, let's see. If I need the answer to remain as 0.6 all the time, then I would let's see, I'll take this answer minus 0.6, right? Hmm. I'd take this answer, right, and then I would minus it with 0.6, but then it would not go back to 0.6. Here it would go back to 0.6, but here if I do this minus that, it gives me that answer. So that would be 0.6 times 2, right? So if I say 1.8 minus 0.6, that gives me that, right? So if I say 0.6 times 2 minus that, so if I say 1.8 minus 2 times 0.6, okay, wait. 1.8 minus, excuse me, someone is at the door, I'll be back. All right, yeah, sorry, delivery. Anyways, where was I? Lost my trail of thought. Uh yeah, I know I lost my trail of thought. Okay, so I was here. that yeah, you know what, I'm gonna actually try and figure this out another time. It's just gonna save this and start painting on the shirt. Actually, I'm gonna hide this. There's this you know, actually just wanna see the, there was this artist, you know, he painted his clothing in such a way, you know, that I actually like the way he did it. So actually forgot to, somewhere on Art Station, just gonna check so what I want to do, you know, is just use the process of both procedural textures and hand painting to create something. I don't know, I've never tried it, but you know, it's usually I just leave it as procedural textures, but now I want to have it as you know, a combination of the two. All right, yeah, this snow tree is gonna be insane. Ooh, okay. Gonna move this and I'll delete that and do this another time. Right, so I mean, it's the reason why I, you know, I created a new folder so that I can work on that folder. You know, just adding both procedures and hand paints to create something, you know. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need my tablet. I think, you know, since I've already started with the base color, actually, since this already gives me a base color, so is this, the question is, okay, you know what I'm gonna do is remove this actually for both of them. Just gonna do this and remove them and texture the base color, and then I'll combine the two. So RGB. Okay, Don't need that. Need vertex color. Mix. Okay, this color looks a lot more different on its own, I guess. Without all that pattern, it just, it doesn't look like blue actually. Almost maybe it's because of something that, maybe a setting. Usually when you leave it on filmic, it's just gonna give you a really weird look to it. So in color management, yeah, standard. Now it looks like blue. Just gonna have a little bit of light blue. Attribute. Actually, I'm gonna delete this first and create a new one. I don't know why it starts with a default color, for this. I'm so, I'm used to changing vertex color, I guess. But these days it's just, it gives me a default color for. Okay, wait. What I want to do is, and invert, hide the rest. So it gives me a. Okay. Do I use symmetry or? Interesting. Okay, no, I'm not gonna use symmetry. I just want both sides to look different, I guess. It's it's a lot more faster to use symmetry, but I think if both sides are unique, have different ways that I colored something, it's a lot more better. Last time, when it rained, funny thing, it rained for 2 days, which was very rare for, especially when you're here in Dubai. It's not only is it rare for it to rain, it doesn't rain that much, and when it does rain, usually it's just for that day, and then or maybe not even the whole day. It's just for a few hours, and then it stops. But there was one time when I was shocked that it was raining. Although the rain did stop, but it continued later that night and the morning after, and and so on. So I was kind of surprised that it's continuing for such a long time. Hmm. Okay, here it is. It's started again. Oh man, it was just doing just fine, and now, okay, there it is. It's back to normal. Yeah, but sometimes it's okay, and then then all of a sudden starts to jitter, I guess. Everything is slow, and I think when you're creating these, I should actually consider which areas are areas of where the wrinkles will be when coloring this like this. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely gonna be a problem. Okay, I'm just gonna color here. Hmm. The way I'm coloring it, it doesn't even feel like I'm coloring something that's going to be a shirt. It's a part of a shirt, I guess. All right, now the blurring. Just want to see how it looks before continuing with this. Base colors, coloring base colors is something that's always a challenge for me, especially when it's what's this, especially when it comes to creating things like I remember I was texturing the dog, and the base colors, they when do you add, I know you're supposed to add both shadow and a little bit of light. Sometimes it depends on what kind of style you're going for, but if you're your style is, you know, a combination of both procedural and you know, painting, you still need to add what's this? Do you still need, is it necessary to still add some spec, or do you do that procedurally? Okay, that value is actually quite too much. Just gonna reduce it. And hide the rest. I think, you know, that actually this actually is in a way supposed to be the other way around. The areas where I left I didn't color is supposed to be the dark areas, and the areas where I did color supposed to be the lighter areas. I mean the darker, you know, let's just do this and then bring this over here, you know, like that. The way I was doing it was actually quite weird. So yeah, although it doesn't make sense in some areas, I guess. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. I'm gonna leave that as the base color, and this part, what I actually am gonna remove is the detail that I added in the middle here. I think that this detail here is just, you know, confusing thing. It's confusing me as well. So like that. All right. It looked nice, but yeah, it was just it just didn't make sense for me. So what I'm gonna do is that, you know, the highlights will be on the edges. So I'm gonna do the highlights on the edges, and then use the areas where I feel like there's a little bit of depth, or, you know, a change in plane, that's where I will have dark values. Yeah, Amazon's deliveries are actually quite fast, especially here in, you know, sometimes you would deliver something at night and it would just show up the next morning. I was actually surprised, you know. I remember back at home, you know, whenever I would buy something online, it would usually come after 7 working days, or maybe about 7 or 6, you know, depending on when you bought the package. Sometimes, you know, it would be delayed, so I guess it depends on where you are. You know, where you are, you have more, you could have you know, would determine how fast certain you know, you have access to things. Okay, I wonder, you know, I haven't watched soccer in a while. Funny thing, but I just wonder, you know, how Ronaldo is doing in his new club. Uh, I guess, you know, if one thing I notice is that, you know, if you're not playing in either the Italian league or, you know, Premier League, English league, the you know, the Bundesliga, you know, these top leagues, if you're not playing in those leagues, then you know, it's almost like we don't hear about you anymore. You know, news about you don't reach us as they used to, I guess, because that's what's going on with Ronaldo right now. I mean, he used to, you know, I used to read about him a lot, but now I guess maybe I just don't find the articles about him, but you know, it's not as much as it used to be. But you know, I at least but I did read an article that said that apparently he's what's this, he's having trouble finding a chef, which, you know, in my case it doesn't make sense. You know, the guy, I'm sure he has a lot of money, so how could he possibly be having trouble you know, getting a chef, unless, you know, apart from soccer he did not create any businesses or invest his money elsewhere. Then, you know, that's definitely gonna his money is definitely gonna run out eventually, I guess. But hopefully that's not the case, man. Just imagine, you know, you've worked so hard to achieve to reach a certain level, and then once you retire, you no longer have that earning, I guess. That that's one thing I don't want to see for these what do you call these legends, especially Ronaldo or Messi. Xavi seems to be doing good. I haven't heard from Iniesta. You know, I wonder how Iniesta is. Forgotten legends, I guess. Oh man, that guy he was a genius, man. I think he was one of the guys that combined with Xavi and Messi, they would always cause trouble. It was back then when Barcelona was actually really, really good. I feel right now it's not performing as well, but back then they were giants, I guess. You'd actually expect such a team, that a team that once it had great players, it would try to maintain that level and teach their players the way these legends played. But considering how even Man United its facilities weren't improved, it's kind of disappointing to hear that the next generation does not the next generation will not have great players like these legends. Hmm. Right, just gonna unhide everything and let's see. Okay, that seems okay. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I was wondering why it was like that. I couldn't see it on the other side, but it seems like I used what do you call that? I used the solidifier for this. Excuse me. You know, I actually want this, you know, if this works out just fine, you know, I want this to be like my new art style. You know, I've been trying to find an art style for quite some time, you know, something that, you know, it's quite a little bit unique to everything else. And you know, I just figured maybe the use of both procedurals and um hand painting can actually just you know, be a good art style, I guess. I remember there was oh man, sometimes, you know, when you really want something, you know, to be unique in some ways, I guess you're gonna try so many things. Because I remember there was one time I was telling myself that I was gonna create start creating characters using geonodes. And you know, it's an ambitious you know, thing. And honestly, I don't think I'm not that good at you know, geonodes that I would I would actually, you know, try and create that as my own unique art style. It's the reason why, you know, I, after, you know, realizing how ridiculous that you know, it's not impossible, but you know, since I have a hard time understanding geonodes, you know, and the math as well, I guess. I just figured, yeah, let me just stick to using procedurals and texturing. And I was like, oh, okay, they you know, there is your art style. You can just use procedurals and textures as well, hand paint textures. And try and see how that will, you know, look, I guess. Hmm. Okay, hmm, what am I looking for? I wanna unhide this. All right, and uh invert hide. I wonder why I actually made this like this over here, since you know it's being covered by. Oh, that's because I first wanted it actually like this. And you know, I, because there was it reminds me of these what do you call this, this I forgot what you call it. Let me check it. These Chinese outfits. Uh clothing. Not this one. They is, you know, this actually, let's see. Yeah, this one. You see on the neck, they have, it's kind of no, let's look for male clothing. Yeah, there, men. On the neck, it has this you know, type of look to it. So I was trying to create something similar to that. Yeah, actually here it's a lot more, you know, it's simple. It's oddly enough, I actually like you know, this type of clothing where the neck is just like that. I have an outfit that's like that, and I enjoy wearing that outfit, I guess. It's some you know, something that I bought from Zaha, and you know, every time when I wear it, I just enjoy wearing it, actually. Yeah, I guess it's, you know, it's comfortable. I just find it comfortable to wear, I guess. There's nothing wrong with you know, this type of um colors, but also the t-shirt colors, you know, the I don't mind them, but you know, that one, it just, you know, it makes me feel different, I guess. uh Whenever I'm wearing it, it's almost like you know, I'm wearing something that is high class, which, you know, it's not, but you know, it just gives you that feeling that as if, you know, you're wearing something that high class, I guess. Well, that's how I feel when I'm wearing it. And okay, something was burning, I don't know, probably the neighbors. And you know, the thing is, whenever I wear this, you know, also my work changes. I remember I was just, you know, I just finished taking a shower, right? And I wear one of those shit, and you know, uh the way I was walking, you could tell I was like, hey man, this guy's got so much confidence, you know. Where is that coming from? And in my mind I was like, ah, nah, it's coming from the shirt. uh how, you know, how does the shirt give you confidence? Well, you know, it's all on the in the mind, I guess. All right, I haven't smelled a toast in a while. The weirdest toast that that I've ever made, I think it's toasting the bread, mixing it with butter and just toast, butter and cheese. Oh man, that's, you know, that's when I was lazy to cook, to make anything. I was like, ah, nah, fuck. You know, there's toast, there's cheese, and then there's butter. There's bread, cheese, and then there's butter. Just fucking make a toast, you know. Why are you stressing yourself with such things, you know? I haven't had Nutella toast. I don't know if that's weird. You know, um, having Nutella and toasting the bread tastes nice. It's chocolate anyway, so it's like melting chocolate on a on a you know, using chocolate as paste, I guess, on a bread. Oh man, yeah, this is a terrible attempt of that style actually. uh Now that I see it. I just practically just extruded that. Damn it, you know what, I should have definitely used symmetry on this one. Anyways, it's okay, I've already started and you know there's no point in. Hmm. Then all the way down here. I think, you know, one thing, what's this, when artists, you know, these 2D artists draw, one thing I always find interesting is the fact that they, you know, they can make a straight line with just, you know, one attempt, I guess. One thing I struggle with, I guess, you know, and I've been, I guess it's one of the things that, you know, I don't actually focus a lot on, especially even when I do, you know, I sometimes just then, you know, I forget all about it. Similar to rigging. I would do rigging and then 2 weeks later you know, I'd go back to just creating characters and painting. uh it's, yeah. And the funny thing is, painting, I used to do the same thing, you know. Whenever it came to painting, I used to just what's this, model characters, and you know, then I would just leave the characters as that, you know, without painting it. But yeah, now, you know, I've made it a habit of actually doing the work, having to paint the character. Now, you know, I guess I've pushed myself to the point where, you know, I now see the painting as something that is necessary, you know, instead of just doing it. Because even off stream, right, I create there's actually this one character that I'm currently doing, female soccer player, football player. Yes, I'm so used to saying soccer. If you're born in South Africa, you know, you get into the habit of only saying soccer, although it's football. Shit. Okay. It's um, it's doing this again. Just gonna edit mode. I don't like that. Okay. But then when I use the tablet, then it does this. Okay, I'm just gonna save this. If it continues doing this, okay, there it is. It's just gonna close the file and reopen it. All right. By the way, if you're wondering, I'm really, using an old Welcome tablet. If you even see, I don't know if it's visible, but you can tell, I've been scribbling on it so many times. This one is what's this? I got it when 2016. Yeah, I'm still using it. I've been using it for quite some time, and it was affordable back then. I definitely wouldn't change into a new one, and unless it's not working properly, then yeah, definitely I would look for a new one. But right now, it's doing everything that's necessary. Painting, it's not lagging or anything. It's the pens are still uh they're still okay. Oddly enough, I guess I don't use it that much. It's because I'm constantly changing between a tablet and a mouse. Unlike digital artists that do use Photoshop to create the art, you know um they would require a tablet all the time. But in my case, I only needed when painting the character, and any other time it's not necessary. It's still working like a charm. Oh man, oh shit. Okay. One thing I don't understand is my Instagram. Every time I log in, it always shows me a picture, something, including an involving an accident. And I've gotten into the habit of actually looking at these. I think it was right by the time when I was searching for the incident where a Tesla malfunctioned while it was in China. It was something that I did not believe. Uh, of course, damn it. It's not that it wasn't possible. It's just that reports about it, are very rare. So when someone told me that, when I was told that, a Tesla malfunctioned somewhere in China, I guess it was hard for me to believe. Okay, it's back. Hmm. I think it's Teslas are they definitely will work properly in areas where there's good reception. I can't imagine going to a rural village and expecting it to navigate properly. But I gotta say, the design of it, it's when you look at it, it's just another car, man. Honestly, I feel that way even before, but when you get inside, I was like, wow, this is, I was actually surprised, whether this was actually how it looked like. It's, how can I say it? It's like I was having a hard time believing that this is the inside of a Tesla, especially when I really don't support electronic cars that much, but when I got into one, I was actually surprised because I always want to change gears. I want to change gears. I feel like manual cars. I mean automatic cars and electronic. Just take the fun out of driving. I guess. Yes. So when I saw the inside of a Tesla, I was actually quite surprised that that was that's how it looked inside. It was actually quite amazing. Right. It's the advantage of taking a Uber. You get to ride in Teslas. Oh man. Took the front seat. I took the front seat. I wanted to see how it was like. Being in the front seat of a Tesla. I guess it was actually quite nice. Hmm. Mm. The other time I also drove in. I was inside of, in back at home. There was this incident, right? An incident where some guy said, these girls, they, I don't know what they were doing, but he invited these girls and said he would give them a ride or something like that, and they were trying something very funny. So he told them to get out of my fucking car, and since then, it's a Mercedes Benz actually. So since then, it's been referred to as fucking car, the fucking car. Anyways, yeah, it was um the fucking car is actually quite amazing. Especially the seats. These big companies, there's a reason why they remain big. You know, it's because of the quality that they produce when creating these luxury cars. But I don't think these days quality is that important. It's more of what do you call this? How it's more of how expensive, um how how can I say this? It's more these days people are actually care whether the car is how much does it consume, does it consume a lot of fuel, because having a car that consumes a lot of fuel, that's gas money, and that's it's expensive. So is it are you capable of going a long distance with just little fuel, or do you constantly have to load up every time? you know I think that's why people uh like the Tesla so much. It's, you don't have to worry about paying fuel. I don't think when you're at the gas station loading a Tesla, um I don't think they charge you for that. Just imagine the company charging you for recharging the the Tesla. I guess that would be weird. Mm. All right. Right, once I'm done with this, I think I'm gonna end the stream. And maybe here, the out, just around like this. Let's just see the final result. Let's see. Oh man, I think this is gonna be amazing. These are just the highlights, and once I'm done with this, I'm also gonna add the dark values, and then I don't know. I'm just gonna search for things that that I can add more. Maybe because I don't want it. I realize that my characters sometimes when I texture them, it's they look too clean. It's almost like they just came straight from the factory. And regardless of how your clothing are, it's not supposed to be that clean. So I want to add some things that I feel that will just break that smooth and clean feeling of the clothing, I guess. Maybe adding a little bit of dirt to the clothing, because like I think just a little bit of that touch, that dirt, or maybe some grease, to the clothing, just will make it look a lot more better. Mm. And a little bit of blur. Yeah, I added so much blur to this. Just wanted to add a little bit, but the end result, became so much. All right, and unhide everything. All right, on Wednesday, I'll start the dark part, and maybe I'll have a solution for this nonsense that I created here. Oh man, just need to figure out the formula that I know there is a formula. I remember there was a way that you could solve this thing mathematically, so I'm just gonna search for that formula and maybe use that formula. I just forgot the name of that formula. Yeah, but anyways, guys, be sure to if you like any of my videos, be sure to press the follow button, and to support me, maybe head to my Instagram link, where you'll see what's this, the just sculpts that I do, which eventually those sculpts will be things that I will be posting on Patreon, and so that I can actually start making a living from this. So anyways, and be sure to join my Discord. That's where I will be announcing when I'm live, any thoughts that I have, my daily activities, and and I also want it to be a place where I can chat with you guys. I know I do chat here on the stream, but other times we could chat off stream, and Discord is a good place to be. Anyways, so thanks for watching, and thanks for your support. Cheers, guys. See you on Wednesday. Bye.